you've mentioned 3 times tonight that you weren't consulted with the agenda of tonight's meeting, and I just feel like you're implying that somehow the agenda and format for tonight's meeting wasn't done right. But to remind you that this council did pass a motion a while ago that the mayor does not personally need to be consulted with what goes on the agenda for our council meetings. I'm happy with the way our meeting's been going tonight.
Sorry, I'm not aware of that motion.
That was part of something that council passed, so I'm sure we could find the minutes. But the meeting is being run great the way that it should be. So moving on, my question for our speakers.
I mean, just for the record, you noticed how I switched the accessibility awards to the planning hearing.
Yeah.
As a veteran chair of council, I know how to chair a meeting, and this is the only organization where I'm not asked about how the delegations will present and how the format will unfold. Every other group I chair, and there's numerous of them, that basic courtesy is consulted. But please ask your question.
Is that not the job of the clerk?
It is the job of the chair to chair the meeting and to be responsible for the order of the meeting.
Yes.
So please go ahead.
Point of order, if I would. You're saying that you are not being consulted and you're not having the opportunity as chair to be consulted in the process to set up the meeting. Is that correct, sir?
Correct.
Okay. As I recall, we set up a process by which Councillor Gillis was to be the go-between. Have you consulted with her on this matter?
I was elected by the people of Sarnia, Councillor Mitro.
I understand.
This afternoon, I did not attend the in-camera, and I'm sorry, we're getting off sidetracked here. I was not consulted on the calling of the in-camera meeting, which was dealing with an issue which I believe should be public. If the ombudsman was to investigate, they would come to me about why the meeting was called. I was not consulted on that meeting.
Point of order. Through your worship to the CAO, could you please comment on how this process goes and how we're circulated the information for the upcoming meetings, these proceedings today? Thank you.
Mayor, this report list is sent out through the council intermediary to the mayor's office in advance of it being circulated to council. We have extended, in the past, we have extended the opportunity to meet with the mayor on the agenda. Of late, he has not taken that up. And so the report list then gets circulated to council on the following day, which is the Friday, week before the agenda material is released.
So to be fair,
I would like to
we
respond.
received at the same time you would have, right?
Well, we received an agenda saying there'd be no in-camera. We also we have not been asked for a long time. And again, I'm sorry, I apologize to the delegation and to the applicant. But these are fundamental issues. And I go back to the meeting this afternoon, that we weren't consulted on an in-camera meeting, which in my view as chair, should not have been in camera.
Sir, we dealt with all of the items that are listed on there in that meeting as to how and why you have to have a closed meeting. I can't believe you would say that out loud.
Well, you heard
that
me
is
say.
Crazy.
This afternoon, the in-camera meeting on the boat ramps should have been all public.
Absolutely
I'm sorry,
untrue.
I apologize to you. This is an internal issue here. I ask you to please go on. This is why developers may have some challenges in Sarnia. Oh. Let's go ahead.
Oh.
Point of order. If you wish to debate, sir, get out of the chair, have someone else come, and let's go. Okay? Come on.
Please go ahead, Mr.
I have a
McGuffin.
question for the speaker.
Please go ahead.